double, double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble, fillet of a finny snake in a cauldron to boil and bake, ooh, eye of newt and a toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adder's fork and a blind worm sting, lizard's leg and a howlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like hell broth, boil and bubble. Ah, witches! That's Macbeth. We all got us some edumacation today. What did I just put in this cauldron? Ooh, it sounds nefarious. Nefarious. Sounds like I done put some terrible in here, don't it? Don't it just sound terrible, terrible? Well, I got notes. Of course I do. We're going to start with that Eye of Newt. It's mustard seed, witches. If you look at a handful of mustard seeds, it looks like little eyes. Toe of frog, buttercup. If we look at the little bitty buttercup, it looks like little toes of frogs. Wool of bat, moss. This is a really pretty red moss. Let me get this out of here. Tongue of a dog. Ooh, what did I put it on that one, y'all? I put in hound's tongue. It's a very common herb. Adder's fork is adder's tongue, which is a type of fern. Blind worm's sting is a knotweed. Lizard's leg is ivy. Think about the little legs and the fact ivy grows up the wall. Howlet's wing, garlic. If you take a clove of garlic, turn it sideways, it looks like a small wing. A howlet is a small bird. It looks like his wing. Hence the name, Howlet's wing. Fillet of a finny snake, Jack in the pulpit. It's a very pretty, pretty flower. It's really beautiful the way it's veined. Why did they do that? Well, even in today, we write in code. Back then, they didn't worry about the botanical, the Latin name, the family of diva that it was in. Instead, they used commonplace names, ways to describe what they saw, and a lot of times it was started as an oral tradition, and it was easier to remember a rhyme that the recipe was in. And it also, when you're making a powerful dark charm, we don't start with, oh, mustard seed, garlic, some ivy, some fern. That just don't fit the mood, witches. All right? And I think sometimes when we deal with clients, when we talk to folk, we're like, oh, we're going to make it sound powerful. So these names were used. And another way, even here we find in modern hoodoo and conjuring and their recipe books, they write in code so that nobody has their recipe if they get a hold of their book. We are still using it today. In conjuring, for example, you will find that the herb meadowsweet. Ooh, it's a pretty little herb. We use it for coming together. We use it for bringing families in. It is an herb of not lustful love, but more family type love. Flip side, you'll see organs that call for gravel root. to break things apart, to cause discontent, to make love leave. It's the same herb, witches. In one recipe, we'll call it meadowsweet. In another recipe, we call it gravel root. Very, very common in a lot of our older books. Like I said, if it's a dark working, they write down dark names. If it's a nice light love working, then they write down those names as well. All right? It just depends. But these are all wonderful names. At no point have we put the eye of a poor little lizard into a cauldron. All right? Nor have we put a dog's tongue, okay, or the wool off of a bat. And if you read some of the descriptors, you know immediately, because like wool of a bat, bats don't have wool. That should be an indicator right there, where you read some of the ingredient descriptors. But this is one of the wonderful, quirky things in the world of magic and witchcraft that makes it so much fun. I would like to hear what you know about the names of different herbs and how they relate to how they are being used. All right, witches, thank y'all so much for joining me on this fun video. Please hit that subscribe, like, and notify. And if you are a new witch in our community, you know I'm going to tell you welcome home. Welcome home. You are the next generation. I'm so happy you're leaning into my videos, and I get to share all of the experience I've had with you wonderful, bright witches out there. And with that said, y'all go fly those brooms. And as always, amen, blessed be, ashe, and a bobo.